On this week's episode, friends don't let friends
have an orgasm-free fall. We want you to free fall into orgasmic autumn.
That's the campaign.
We promise you'll get it.
Orgasmic autumn.
Here you come.
Here we all come.
Hello and welcome to
Good for You.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Good for You, a podcast about the things we ghosted, the purchases that haunt us, and the best products, services, and industry happenings in the wellness, well-being, and spiritual space. We're going to give you a healthy little dose of fun. We're going to talk about the things that are happening in pop culture, the ones that got away, the things in our cart that are haunting us or ghosting us, our strong opinions
that are loosely held. We like to call this the Grext.
The group text.
The group text in your ear. So come say hello. Join us in the audio Grext, where friends don't let friends get scammed.
It's a full-time job to keep up shopping cart. She's so beautiful this It's a full-time job to keep up shopping cart.
I had a manic episode this weekend and almost cut all of my hair. And then I was like, no, I love my hair. And then I was like, but I do want to cut all of it. You know, just girly things.
You know, it's a real thing. When I cut my hair all off a few years ago, people were angry with me.
Really? Wait, how did you cut your hair? Did you buzz it?
No. It was just below my ear.
I bet that was so cute.
It worked for a little bit. It wasn't my favorite. I didn't feel totally confident in it, and I was going through a crisis of my own. I was going through an evolution.
Well, you know what really set me off was I saw this TikTok where this girl was talking about if you are meant to have short hair, if it's like flattering on your face, there's a certain mathematic proportion or ratio from the bottom of your chin to the bottom of your ear. And it's like, if you measure it and it's like 1.5 inches or shorter, then you should have short hair. If it's over 1.5 inches, like that length, then you look better with long hair. And I was like, you know what? I like when science tells me if I should absolutely just chop all my hair off, get bangs basically.
But also, that's what eugenics tried to do. They're like, this is science.
It's true. Listen, it's true. Everything's dark-sided these days. You can't even get your hair cut without eugenics coming into the conversation.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
I just got out of therapy and I realized, bitch, I'm the problem. Damn, I thought it was everybody else. I didn't think it was me.
So you decided against it because?
You know, I just didn't work up the ovaries to do it. And then I looked up actually getting my hair cut by a real person, not myself. And I got so many great recommendations. I got 3 great recommendations. I went to go book with all 3 of these people and none of them cut hair anymore. They all were either like unbookable or not at the salon. I even like went on Instagram and stalked the shit out of this girl and like DM'd her. And then I emailed her and she hasn't replied back to me. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Like, I don't know.
Damn.
And then I saw that a haircut is $300 and I was like, $300?
Okay.
Really? I mean, I know it's work, but like, that's a lot of money to cut hair, just to cut it.
To cut it, let alone dye it. So I want to go as close as I can back to my natural hair color because I can't deal with the upkeep of doing any type of balayage at this point. I want to go darker for autumn. And I was looking into that and a haircut. Good luck. First of all, ever finding time to do that. It takes 10 hours to do both.
Do you have 2 days in the middle of the week?
Yeah, because you can't go on a weekend. That's impossible.
No.
So first of all, any color, no matter what, pretty much starts at $250 now.
I feel like everything's expensive and that's fair. And I get it. And it's labor intensive, especially with balayage and all that.
I saw a friend who just came back from Berlin and pretty much got the haircut that I want. And I was like, oh, it looks amazing. I'm so inspired. And she was like, yeah, guess how much it cost? I was like, I don't want to know. It's going to hurt. And she was saying that she had said to the hairdresser, this is what it costs to do this in LA. And he was like, that's literally my rent. Yeah.
Oh, so it was cheap. It was affordable. I thought it was going to be like crazy expensive because I was like, you know, Berlin could go either way.
No, but I think like generally Berlin has gotten more expensive, but her basically saying a cut and color would run you like around $500, like ish. And him being, oh, how does one? That is my rent.
Right. Yeah.
Shit is expensive. You have to raise your prices.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
like
support
the economics. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it's also affordable. Like, it's not like wages really gone up that much in the past 2 decades anyway. So it's just all doesn't even out for everyone.
Jane Matthews and the cut your own hair at home revolution.
Truly.
I can't tell you how many people I've turned on to her.
Cut your own hair, but dye. I was
Ugh.
starting to think about it. What state could I go to that would be cheaper? That's Canada. I could spend my American money in Canada.
What
Wait.
about go to like New Jersey or something when you're in New York?
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes, I mean, I did look at getting my hair cut and colored in Orange County because it is more affordable there than it
Is
is
it?
in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes you just need to leave the major metropolitan city that you're in.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is part of the California tax. If we want to have reproductive rights, we're just going to have to pay more to get our hair cut and colored. Okay?
We're just going to go broke maintaining.
This is modern feminism, I suppose. We just have to accept it.
Yikes.
Good evening. Tonight's top story, everything is awful.
Anyway, eventful weekend.
The Birkenstock situation, insane.
There was an article on it in the
maddening.
New York Times this weekend.
I know.
Did you see?
I didn't read it. First of all, that's not the best Birkenstock. It looks like a potato shoe. It's just not the best one.
It really is. It's like shapeless, formless. It's not good.
I think there is something to this era of really slowing down and being like, do I really want these because they're a classic shoe that will last? They're super comfy. And if so, I can wait. I don't need them now. Or is it a hypebeast trend?
Exactly. There are also so many other shoes that are so comfortable and like a Dansko clog, honestly.
Oh, I love a Dansko clog.
Same.
So
They're
comfortable.
So comfortable.
I was thinking if I can wear those in the winter in New York, but I feel like not really.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, you can.
I love that.
Coming
Love
from
that
someone
answer.
who wore them for a very long time.
Takeaway with the Birkenstock thing is it emphasizes this hyper consumer behavior that has been normalized.
Totally. I mean, it's the micro trends / macro trends. Do you think that because people are dressing up their Birkenstocks, these like slouchy Birkenstocks with their fancy, expensive clothes, like what do you think that means? Is it a holdover from the pandemic where we're like, I want to be cozy, but I have to be outside?
I feel like it's a little bit of I can wear whatever I want and I only wear these selectively so they're super clean and they look fresh, and that's why they can look cute with anything because it's not like I'm actually wearing these that much. And when ripped clothes and distressed jeans were super in, it's just kind of this tricky line.
Yeah, that's a good point. I also think of like Boston Birkenstocks are truly what people in Boston and, on the East Coast and where traditionally like old money is, they're the house shoes, right? You keep them for 20 years of like aligning with the elite in a way. Like these old things, everyone has these where I come from.
I feel like that's part of it, the signaling, but there's also probably some nostalgia woven in there.
That's true.
Of another era.
Do you know what the California version of the Boston Birkenstock is?
The flip-flop.
Yeah,
We talked about
the
it.
rainbow sandal. Have we talked about this?
Yeah. Oh, yes. We had a lengthy discussion.
That's right. I would love to see the rainbow make a comeback globally, nationally.
It'll never happen.
People hate toes. They really do.
People don't want to see the toes. That's why it's all about socks and sandals.
It's true.
That's why the trending Birkenstock is a closed-toed
Covered.
Birkenstock.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's sort of a shell for your toes. That's right.
Whenever I get my toes done, they always laugh at my baby toe. They're always like, hee hee. There's no toenail. They just paint the skin.
Paint the skin.
'cause-
You got to do it. You can't just have 4 toes painted. You need a toenail prosthetic.
I would go for that.
I think you'd have to like super glue it to your skin.
Yeah, it would just be like dip nails for the toes.
I think this could work, honestly, this concept.
Wait, you left out that you dip nailed Ethan this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. I dip nailed. I forced him. I was like,
You dip nailed him. I like that that's a verb.
I got his consent, don't worry. But I kept peer pressuring him to do more. I was like, oh, you only want to do the one fingernail? What would David Bowie do? What do you think David Bowie would do? David Bowie would
How
do
about
all the fingernails.
Channel your Ziggy Stardust. Don't be a pussy.
Exactly. It was like,
Actually, it looked great.
I know. I was like, don't you love it? And he was like, yeah, I do. And it's like, isn't it so hard? And he's like, it feels weird. He's never had his nails painted before. He's like,
Yeah.
it feels kind of weird. My finger feels weird. And it's like, yeah, but isn't it cool? Don't your nails feel strong? And he's like, I guess. I don't know.
Don't you feel powerful? Don't you feel like the best
Don't
version
you feel like
of
you could do
yourself?
anything? Don't you just want to like strut down the street?
He's like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like just being in this body, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, he's like, it feels kind of the same.
Dip nail convert.
This is for everybody that like to dance. Just listen to what I'm saying and do it and take a chance. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip.
You know what else I converted Ethan to is Pilates, like long ago when we
This is
first
true.
started dating.
I've taken many Pilates classes with the I was about to say the three of you. It is the three of you now.
It is now, yeah. Yeah, we've been a Pilates tricycle quite a few times.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the New York Times article this weekend about the fight about Pilates? They got a whole page in the style section. They were on the front page.
I have no words, but I do have a lot of words.
When I saw this, I rolled my eyes. And then as I read the article, I rolled my eyes even more because who is this good for? Let's discuss.
Good for you.
Good for you? Good for who?
Good for you.
So Pilates is a movement practice created by Joseph Pilates. And since he created it in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, there have been like so many offshoots of it. But classical Pilates is like very strict. It's also like made for men. And just to share my own bias, I've been taking Pilates since I was like 13 years old every single week until I went to college. And then when I went to college, I studied under Kathy Grant, who worked directly with Joseph Pilates, and I hated her classes, and they were so hard and so boring.
Why
and
did you hate her classes?
because they were just hard, and she was kind of mean, and and she would say Pilates is made for men, it's not made for women, and like
Rude.
yeah, and then she'd be like, but this is how Mr. Pilates told us to do it, so if you're a woman, whatever. And
Get the fuck
kind
out.
honestly kind of appreciated that about her. She's like calling it how it is.
Yeah.
And she was also like 90 years old and still teaching class. So cool. But this article on Pilates in the New York Times is all about how this one man is trying to sue anyone who basically uses any image or likeness of Joseph Pilates because he says that he has the copyright to all things Pilates, this guy. And it is crazy to me that he's like taking people's Instagrams down because they're putting up a picture of Joseph Pilates like on a pair of skis. These are images that are like extremely well known, and in any Pilates studio that you go to, and from New York to LA to Texas, you would see these pictures printed up. And this guy who runs, of course, a Pilates certification program, teacher training program, is trying to get all of this information shut down. And it really escalated over the pandemic when people started sharing on Instagram and TikTok and all that. And it makes me so mad that it's this white guy who's trying to do this. And also, who cares? Like, Pilates people, fucking chill.
Pilates has been democratized a long time ago.
Yes and no.
I'm pretty sure Joseph Pilates himself, though, thought it should be taught by everyone. Like, he wasn't trying to copyright that name or method as IP, was he?
No, he wanted everyone to know Pilates, but he was also very like particular about the method. Like,
Of course.
it needs to be done. Like, for example, he wrote, follow instructions exactly as indicated down to the very smallest details. There is a reason. But this guy, Joseph Pilates, also was like kind of whack. He kind of reminds me of Joe Rogan. Like, was obsessed with we have all these pictures of him because he was obsessed with taking pictures of himself working out shirtless and wearing like super tight
Yeah,
pants.
he's like, look at my Pilates body.
Yeah, he like loved taking pictures of his routines and would like always have a photographer with him. And he also was obsessed with like talking about his method. And he said, eat what you want, drink what you want. I drink a quart of liquor a day plus some beers, and I smoke maybe 15 cigars. And he lived until and he lived like into his 80s and was like incredibly limber and had, muscle tone and definition with like this crazy white hair, which I think is hilarious. I'm just like, wow, you would be a libertarian these days, I feel like.
Yes, he would be a Joe Rogan.
Yes,
But
exactly.
I also feel like that's a secret reverse psychology tactic where he says that he smokes 15 cigars a day, but
Right.
definitely does not. But he's just trying to be like, Pilates is for everyone. Everyone should do this. You shouldn't feel bad about, like, you can totally do this if you're, you know, got a beer belly and whatever, which but
we love an inclusive
I don't believe
king.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally believe it.
I was like, the math on 15 cigars a day is that you're smoking at least one cigar at least every hour that you're awake. So from 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m.,
He's
you're
committed.
smoking a cigar. And then you have like maybe 3 more, you know, later in the day. That's a lot.
I don't know. But this guy, the plaintiff in this case, Sean Gallagher, Mr. Gallagher,
Mm-hmm.
he's got beady little eyes. I don't really trust the guy upon looking at his photos. And I'm like, sir, you have too much time on your hands if you're trying to take away Pilates from the people.
Yeah. I think the thing that really pisses me off about this, of course, that a white guy is at the helm of just like trying to rip other people down, but also that like Pilates in and of itself, I don't think it's like warm and accessible, right? Like that, I think that's why, especially classical Pilates, like
That's true.
that's why there have been so many
It is fun,
offshoots
yeah.
and rebrands and people who have like made it more functional or more inclusive or more fun. Because it's like not fun.
yeah.
It's boring and it's hard.
All the machines look like torture machines, and one of them is actually called the guillotine.
Or the guillotine.
Sorry.
Anyway, is this guy, his beady little eyes. I just think that he's like actively making it inaccessible to more people. And I'm not about that life.
No, he's making a mess that doesn't.
He's gatekeeping.
He's boy
He's
bossing
too close
so
to the
hard.
sun, honestly. Makes me want to stick like Reddit on him.
But I don't know if people care enough about Pilates.
Pilates people do. Pilates people are really intense also, classical Pilates people.
I enjoy Pilates because I have seen very positive benefits for my body, and I feel the benefits even if I just go once a week. I invite people to come, but I don't feel like I need to proselytize for Pilates.
Well, the type of Pilates that we both like Megaformer Pilates or whatever.
Mhm. People really also hate it. People are like
They
love to shit
They
talk
love
it.
to hate it. I love it. And I agree with you. I have to go like once a week. And I'm like, this is good. This is all I need to do. Love this. Yeah. I think Pilates has like sort of evolved over time. And I don't know this as well as someone who's like a Pilates expert, to be like an quote unquote easy workout where you're like laying down for like rich white ladies. And so people get like very defensive.
I mean, it's not cheap.
None of that stuff is necessarily false. Although you can make the workout much harder, right? Especially if you're like practicing the right way. You can also have facet, whatever. But I think people have this like chip on their shoulder. Pilates people have this chip on their shoulder about the workout not being like a real workout, quote unquote real workout. That's like kind of a holdover from the 90s of like jazzercise and aerobics. And I just don't think it needs to be like that. I don't know. I wish everyone would just like unclench, just like take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Don't do any hundreds. Just like chill.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, what was that other article that came out in the New York Times about that LA Pilates studio?
Oh, yeah. The one with the most expensive Pilates class. Yes.
Yeah.
People love to hate it. It represents an upper echelon of like, because also Joseph Pilates trained like ballet dancers and movie stars. People would go to him for that. Like he was kind of the original celebrity trainer. And I don't know. I think that like, it's got a kind of like mixed up background. And I think they got to make it more accessible and inclusive.
Agreed.
So who's this good for? This guy who's trying to quote unquote protect the legacy of Pilates by suing people, getting them kicked off of Instagram and TikTok when they share images of Joseph Pilates or they share exercises. Is it good for anyone?
His estate, I guess?
Not even. I don't think he's making money. He's not even making money off this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder how much this happens in other countries. The litigation culture here is so strong.
It's true.
That I am curious about how it compares and how these cases resolve, because I don't know that much about this kind of IP stuff. But I feel overall, stop gatekeeping.
I agree.
And boy bossing.
Yeah, and allow evolution, man. Let things evolve with time, as they should.
It's called the internet.
Sean P. Gallagher, you're on our shit list, and you're not good for anyone. Sorry.
The fact that he hasn't asked you one bloody thing about it, loser!
Speaking of boy bossing, you were mentioning Sober October. And naturally, as one does, I was looking Sober October up on TikTok. And a lot of the top posts are Joe Rogan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a sexy unique scam. What's that about?
Yeah. Also, I'm like, is he okay? He looks very unhealthy. I know we're not supposed to be judging people's bodies, but yeah, aren't you a biohacker or something? You just seem like maybe you need to relax.
He always looks like he's about to have an aneurysm to me. Like,
Yeah, like burst
yes.
from the inside.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa. I saw a clip with him and Eliza Schlesinger, and she made a joke and he just got so mad at her. And I was just like, wow, are you okay? Like, do you need maybe a vacation or something? Is Joe Rogan doing Sober October?
I don't know. He was thinking about it.
Okay.
But what I found most interesting about the conversation around it is that there's a lot of talk around this is about discipline, it's about control. And so when you feel like having a drink, maybe just instead have a cold shower or go for a run or do 100 push-ups.
You're going to say like hit yourself in the face or something. It's about discipline and control.
Yeah, but I was like, wait, when you're feeling like you want a glass of wine or a cocktail, you're not like, you know what, 100 push-ups will do instead. You know what, a cold shower, that will really cut the craving. I don't know.
It's totally the same. It's totally the same as drinking a glass of wine, you know, having an
I'm
ice
very
cold shower.
of all of those things, but I'm like, I don't know. I was trying to think of what would be helpful for me if I was trying a sober October.
Mhm.
I drink with friends at dinner or meet someone for a drink or something. I don't really drink at home. So I was thinking about what I would do instead. And I would just be like, can I have a sparkling water with some lime juice? And that always does it for me. I just want a beverage.
Exactly. 99% of the time, I just want a little sexy, slippy beverage.
Yes.
I just want a sexy sip. I want a little bubbly. I want maybe a little citrusy. I want some sort of maybe surprising note in there, something to hold in my hand. So
Exactly.
that I don't have
A
to be on
comfort.
my phone and I don't have to talk to people. I can just drink my drink, you know?
Yeah, and your senses are ignited. And then I got onto another algorithm where I found the mocktail mom and the mindful mocktail.
Okay.
And then I started to explore all of these. It's almost like mocktail porn. And
You
it's
got
just
into
people making
the
really
mocktail algorithm.
yeah, and people making really beautiful drinks. And I'm like, I don't care what's in that. I want it now because it just looks pretty, sounds delicious.
Especially when they do it in a fancy glass. That's the best.
Yeah.
Like a coupe.
They have all the glasses, of course, because that's part of the experience.
Yeah. But I think it is interesting that like we're not sober curious and we're not in the sober community. But I would say we drink a lot of non-alcoholic drinks. Like we've tried a lot of them and we enjoy a lot of them and we pay for them and we like buy them on our own, not just for this podcast or taste testing. And I do think that like there's something that irks me about sober October and dry January and sort of making these challenges or whatever. Not that I don't think that people should experiment with their relationship with drinking, but there's something about like making it moralistic of like, not drinking is good. And therefore any brand that's a non-alcoholic brand is sort of like has this halo effect around them or like angel wings. They're still like a company trying to make a shit ton of money and they're just using marketing. And it just happens to be that like not drinking is definitely better for you. But it reminds me so much of like what's a little bit insidious about wellness, which is, yes, this stuff's good for you to a point, right? But like, it's not saving the world. I don't know. And then I feel bad, like kind of being like suspicious of it. Do you know what I mean?
I just want to know who started the hashtag.
Who did it? Own up.
Yeah.
Own up to it.
Was it you, Recess? That would be smart.
Yeah. Or maybe, you know, Sober October has roots far before the non-alcoholic beverage community. They're just like jumping on the bandwagon and really using it.
Also, I think sometimes we're just a little bit simple as humans and we love a rhyme. Or we just love a rhyme.
Something that's close. It's not even a real rhyme.
That's true.
We're like Sober October. Okay. Yeah, sure. Close enough. Dry January. Okay. Yeah.
I think there's an element of people generally want to drink less, but there are social pressures. And when you show up somewhere and you don't drink, I really do acknowledge there's all of that. So people love to have a reason to be like, no, I'm doing it this month. It's a contained thing. I'm trying it versus, for example, just drinking less. It doesn't work for everybody.
It's true. It's like No Nut November.
You know what? I'm going to try that.
Just need an excuse. No Nut November.
Honestly, being vegetarian and at points being vegan, there was moments where I was like, I feel ill from consuming this many nuts.
Okay, like how you interpreted that because I'm pretty sure No Nut November is about not jacking off.
Oh. I don't fucking know. People have all these rules. People are always making up new shit for a holiday and a
That's what
hashtag.
I'm saying. It's all marketing.
But I would agree to No Nut November because I've been there. I've been over-indexed on nuts.
No almonds, no walnuts, no Brazil nuts, absolutely no cashews in November.
Oh God, have you ever tried to eat more than 2 Brazil nuts?
Oh, it's horrible.
I don't think you're supposed to.
There's too much selenium. Too much selenium in your body, and your body's like, reject, eject. No, thank you.
No, I think if we look at how many mammals go about acquiring and consuming nuts, and then we look at our consumption of nuts, I'm like, that's not right.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
We should probably have like 4 nuts a day.
If that. I mean, yeah. Have you ever just like housed a Trader Joe's trail mix bag over maybe 2 days, 3 days, and you're like, I feel so bad.
No, I think I have a nut gag reflex.
Really?
Yeah, I think because when I went vegan, like in high school, I was like, this is a lot of nuts. I feel constantly ill. I don't know. I think my body was just like too much fat or something. I just always felt this feeling of like gross fullness that I don't know how to explain.
No, listen, I get it. I want to be a healthy nut girly. I want to be someone who's like, oh, let me just have like a handful of nuts as a snack. That's totally satisfying, but that's not ever how I feel.
No. A handful of orgasms, on the other hand, I do condone.
Absolutely.
If people want to do No Nut November, go for it. But women should.
All nut November.
Women always need more orgasms. So I think it should be orgasmic autumn.
Oh, I love that. Well, let's start the hashtag.
Why isn't that? We should.
And then it's 3
All right.
months. It's not just 1 month. It's not orgasmic October. It's orgasmic autumn.
That is your Q4 campaign. Call us.
Dame, call us.
We're here for you.
Return our email.
Yeah, seriously. Missed opportunity.
Oh, okay. Sexy Unique Scam, Sober October.
And let's promote orgasmic autumn.
There we go. You can play at this game.
Exactly. That's where it's gone. What do you guys think? Are you trying?
Are you trying for orgasmic
Twice
October?
a day?
Let us know. Boy, oh boy, do I have a sexy unique scam for you. This was a scam that was recommended by a reader and
a listener,
a listening reader. This was recommended by Britt Capri on IG. Britt, thanks for sending this our way. It's called the Healy, Healy. Have you seen any ads for the Healy device?
No.
So there are a couple of of these kind of devices that are floating around that are just absolutely so vague, and you don't know what they do until.
Is it like a beamer?
I don't know what that is, but yeah, probably. Where you're just like, I don't know, I'm supposed to put this on me, and it's gonna. Yes.
The electromagnetic frequency mats, and they're like, it basically heals you of everything.
It is very similar. Where you're like, but how? And they're like, quantum. You're like, what are you talking about? So there are a couple. The other one that is on deck potentially, if people want to learn about it, is the Apollo Neuro device. Okay. That's supposed to reset your somatic system using vibration. Okay. Now, I will say Apollo Neuro definitely has a more robust medical team behind them, but the Healy is seriously spewing ads on Instagram. And first off, if you just Google Healy, it's really hard to find a website. And it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Because obviously I wanted to pull all the analytics. I wanted to see how many visitors they had, blah, blah, blah. The reason that they don't have one clear website is because guess what? Healy is an MLM, which would be our red flag number 1.
That's why they're so great at being vague. They're like, this will make you a CEO and heal you of all of your chronic illness.
Exactly. Would you like to be a boy boss with a huge penis and also a huge heart who's not stressed? Get a Healy. That's pretty much the pitch.
Jesus.
So Healy popped up in the world around 2020, and that was also when they announced that they would be a multi-level marketing company. And they came to market originally with one sort of distributor, and now everyone sort of glommed on, and people sell them through their own websites. So there's a ton of, it's really hard to find information on this. It's clear because there's not a main there's a main website, but it's like on the third page of Google when you search for Healy. So there are a lot of these like associates or affiliates that are spewing their own information. And boy, oh boy, are they spewing, because it's not clear exactly what the Healy does or how it does it. But basically, there are commercials and things that people have made where they've made, hundreds of health benefits, including that the Healy activates your body's bioenergetic defense system, that it bioenergetically calms your mucous membranes.
Mucous membranes.
Yeah, runny nose, the Healy will fix that. It will balance and help relieve allergic reactions. It helps with your energy supply and your cell metabolism and mental clarity and reproductive
They're like
organs.
science words, science words, science words.
They're like, hey, liver metabolism, toxin transport, the Healy will help with that. And it's all the words that they use are like using quantum physics, bioenergetically stimulating, bioenergetically regulating. And the sort of quote unquote science behind this is bioresonance therapy, which bioresonance therapy is something that's been around for a long time. They used to be called BiCom devices. So the Healy is basically like a portable version of a BiCom device. And what they claim to do is to attune your body's resonance, your bioresonance, your energy to an electromagnetic frequency that is optimal. So everyone has, in this sort of universe, every cell in your body has its own electromagnetic frequency. And if you attune your cells to the right frequency, then you'll get rid of disease. So disease comes from cells that are on the wrong frequency. So like a cancer.
Negative thoughts.
Exactly. Exactly. It's your fault. Like a cancer cell would have, this negative, that would be at the wrong frequency, vibrating at the wrong frequency. But if you get it vibrating at the right frequency, then the cancer would disappear. So obviously, quackery. Maybe not obviously, but if you don't believe me, there are many studies of BiCom devices, and some of their findings are they failed to diagnose serious diseases and like terminal patients. A BiCom device produced a clean bill of health for a corpse, saying that they were totally healthy. They diagnosed.
Like, this is where we want you to aim for.
Exactly. They're like, we don't see any problems with this one. Honestly, heart rate low. They've diagnosed a host of non-existent health threats in healthy volunteers, and couldn't tell the difference between a wet towel and a living, breathing volunteer, and then had wildly variable results on repeat.
A volunteer? Was the volunteer dead?
Right.
Funny.
Was the volunteer the corpse? Finally, they produced wildly variable results with repeated tests on a wet towel and liver pate. So a plate of liver pate. So these devices.
Quite the example.
Right. I know. It's like, what a weird thing to choose. But sure, I don't want to eat liver pate, nor do I want to eat a wet towel. But I bet they would have very different frequencies. So tough stuff, because it's all kind of fake. And Healy, if you pop on any website with someone who is selling this stuff, they'll throw around words like using the science of quantum physics. Healy measures your individual frequency with a quantum sensor and then delivers back customized and specific frequencies to realign your cellular, emotional, and energy setters so that you're back in bioenergetic balance. Now, the most interesting thing about this for me is that it's connected to an app on your iPhone via Bluetooth. And I would think that the people who would buy something like this and be like concerned with bioenergetic frequencies would also be the ones who are like 5G and Wi-Fi and I don't know, Bluetooth are all like really bad things and really dangerous. It's like the math ain't mathing for me.
First of all, this looks like a pager. Their main products.
It does. It's very ugly.
And they're really sidestepping everyone's questions on their Instagram of like, what does this disc do?
They're like, I don't know, what does it do? You tell us.
They're experts at diversion. They really just want you to believe it's all about the energy.
Exactly. And while I was kind of like Googling around for this, I was like, okay, would I, if I weren't like a naturally skeptical person, would I be interested in this? Or if I was like really desperate, right? Like I was very unwell and looking for a solution, is this something that I would try? Because I've tried like some pretty nutso things before. And I think that I would, because I'd be like, it can't hurt. It's just bioenergetic frequency. And I don't know, placebo effect is real.
Cheap.
Lastly, but certainly not least, Healy was sued by the Therapeutic Goods Administration of Australia for $26,000 for being a scam. Yeah, basically for false advertising, because this Healy World, which is the company that Healy comes from, said that the Healy device did something called transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation, which it definitively does not do. And the Therapeutic Goods Administration of Australia couldn't find that any of the things that Healy said it could do, it actually did. So they honestly, getting sued for 26 grand is not that much money. I'm pretty surprised.
Also, considering they've got a multi-level global marketing scheme happening. Have you ever heard of the show or watched On Being a God in Central Florida?
No, but I've heard it's really good.
Okay, it's so good. It's a deep cut, but I think you will really, really enjoy it. And it features Kirsten Dunst. And I bring it up because it's mostly about this woman's husband who dies, but has essentially gambled away their money trying to grow his downline.
Oh my
and
God.
then she is like, this is a fucking scam, but then decides to scam the scam, and a whole comedy of errors ensues. And it's just really interesting, and she's amazing. But it just kind of talks about this idea and belief in MLMs in America. It's really interesting.
Oh my gosh, there's so much amazing content that's come out about MLMs in the last couple of years, and I'm totally
the
blanking.
Podcast that we both
what was that
to?
Not called The Game. What was it called?
The Dream.
The Dream. Okay, do you want to know?
The Dream podcast.
Do you want to know something really evil that I did one time that I do feel bad about now in hindsight? So I had just listened to The Dream. This was a couple years ago, and someone, a Facebook friend, like who I wasn't a friend of, I got added to this Facebook group of this girl who was selling an MLM, and I like hadn't joined, and she just added me into the group. And she was posting all this shit about like buying her stuff. And I didn't even know her. Or maybe I'd met her like once in college or something, but I can't even remember who it was. I feel bad about this now. And I was just annoyed that like, I didn't ask to be part of this group, and you're trying to sell me shit. And like, I don't know you, and this is weird. So I took the link to The Dream and I just dropped it into the
and then
post,
bounced.
and I was like, you should all read this. And then I left the group. And
I bet you converted at least one or two people to leave.
I shouldn't have done it. Like, that was very evil. That was a shadow self move. But man, I was at my wit's end, and I did not consent to the Facebook group.
Okay, so sure, maybe you could have done it a different way, whatever. But on some level, without even saying too much, you said so much, and people learned from that.
I did. I didn't say much. I just literally dropped the link and then left. I do feel bad about it in hindsight, obviously. Still thinking about it years later.
I dated a guy in college who was starting to do what was that MLM with protein powders? Something Herbalife. Yeah. He was getting into it, and I was like, this is fucking weird. No one needs, first of all, this much protein powder.
No.
And why are they trying to sell you the American dream with the protein powder? Yeah. That's not, the two don't go together.
We should have my dad on, because the guy who started Herbalife was one of his clients. Yeah. He actually has a really sad story. He died of alcoholism, but his name was Mark Hughes, and he was one of the most like, just charming, naturally gifted salespeople he'd ever met. And like, he was like, it's just crazy how he could like talk about mindset, and he like connected that to Herbalife stuff and grew this company to like, it was huge within like 2 or 3 years, even though he didn't have a ton of business experience. And he was like, it was just a fascinating, crazy thing. But yeah,
we have to hear that story.
And there's like all this family drama now, because it's like the trust for his child. He had a kid, and when he died, the trust was worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, and there was a fight over the trust between like the founders at Herbalife or whatever. It's very dramatic. All MLMs are like,
is that still going on?
Yeah, Herbalife is like still happening, and I think that the fight over. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this stuff, but I'm going to say it. Like, whatever is going on, I think it's been in the papers with the trust is still up in the air. So
that protein powder fortune
catch you every time. Yeah. Herbalife's like one of the long running, them and Avon, right? Or Mary Kay.
Right. Yeah, Avon. I don't know if Mary Kay's longer. Yeah. I just remember being like, I think we need to break up because if this is something that you believe in, I cannot trust you.
Also, like, I think we need to break up because your farts smell horrible because you're drinking so much protein powder.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think he actually like ate it. I don't think he stayed on. I don't even know what happened with that. I was just like, this is a red flag.
That's a very college thing where you're like, oh, it's like a
Yeah.
get rich quick scheme, right? Where you're like, this is perfect.
I was
can
like,
just-
you're not gonna get a Mercedes. I like. Also, what?
You're also absolutely better off selling drugs if you were in
Yeah.
college than selling Herbalife. I'm sorry, you just are.
Yeah, and no, I don't think he stayed on, but I didn't really have interactions with MLMs before that, and I was like, it's definitely American, not that Canadians definitely have their own shit, but this is trying to sell something so absurd. If you sell this much protein powder, you will be a CEO of your own protein powder empire. I was like, what? I don't get
That
this.
is very American.
Yeah.
My first interaction also with an MLM was in college, and it was Arbonne, this like skincare company,
Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar.
and I had really bad, pimples my freshman year of
Yeah.
college, and so someone on my dorm floor was like, "Oh, you got to try Arbonne," and I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
So like
God.
used some of it. I was like, "This is
Yeah.
fine. Like, where do I buy this
Yeah.
shit?" And she was like, "Oh, you have to call my mom to buy it." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Sorry, I'm not calling your mom."
You have to go to her house for an Arbonne party.
Legit. Like I could never be part of an MLM because I don't want any human contact or interaction when I'm buying something. I want to buy it anonymously online. Like
I don't want to see you.
I don't want to hear from you. I don't want you to be like, "Hey babe, your eyelashes look great." I don't want to hear that. I just want to like do my shameful shopping in peace.
Let me shame shop in peace. Well, I think this is a smoking, sexy, unique camp.
I agree.
Haunted cart.
What's in your haunted cart this week? Because I did my haunted cart last week.
I realized that this is a TikTok podcast. Another trend on TikTok was skin cycling.
Oh yeah.
And I have been doing it for, I don't know, 5 days.
Okay. You're at
We'll
the
see.
beginning of the skin cycle.
Yes, I'll report back in a week and a half.
Okay.
I feel like I should see some results. But what I realized is that it just explains to you how to use products.
Like, oh, this just is how am I supposed to use these things?
Yes. I was like, oh,
It's almost like the
I get
woman who
it.
invented it is a dermatologist or something.
She is. And she's great. Great content. Dr. Whitney something. We'll link her. But it just dawned on me that I needed a framework because people would say to me, oh, yeah, you use a retinol every 2 days or every other day. I was like, how could I ever remember that? I will never keep on track with that schedule.
Right.
And then in between that, you have to exfoliate. And then sometimes you take a day off.
But,
and then
but you're not supposed to exfoliate because retinol is technically an exfoliant. So you use a chemical exfoliant or do you use a
Yes.
physical, sandpaper? What are you supposed to do?
Right. So I have been looking for some new products. I don't have a huge list because I'm actually trying to use all of my products for the skin cycling and see what I'm missing and see what my skin is liking / not liking. So I'm on the hunt for a new vitamin C serum, which I haven't found. I'm debating using it has a blue package. And
Is it the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic?
No, because that one quite famous, I feel like.
Very
it
expensive
is,
and very famous.
Yeah. Also always sold out. I feel like I looked at that the other day. No, it is the Ursa Major
Oh, nice.
natural vitamin C face serum. I've heard a lot of people like it.
I love the Ursa Major brand in general. Like their face wash
Yeah.
is so good. It smells amazing.
And they also have a hydrating balm that is really nice. So that's haunting my cart. That's the main thing, is just realizing, oh, it's not that difficult. I just didn't understand it when people were telling me in abstract terms that you just need to like keep track of the schedule. So I actually put it on my calendar.
I was going to ask, did you like make a little star system or checkbox system on your mirror so you can be like, done, did this?
I just put it on my Google Calendar. Rest, exfoliate, rest, retinol. And then I'm trying to track to see if that actually works for me.
Nice.
So I finally understand skincare, I guess.
You're locking it in, your skincare routine, before you go east, and your skin's going to totally change because winter.
It's going to be really upset. And it's going to be like, why'd you do this to me?
As soon as I moved from New York back to the West Coast, all my acne went away. Not that I'm not giving you acne for the East Coast, but It was like,
I've always had the reverse.
Yeah.
My skin has always been worse out here.
you know, I had a facialist once tell me that like where you're from, where you grow up is like where your skin is most happy. So like I grew up in California next to the ocean. She's like, yeah, you kind of have to be there for your skin to be happy. So it makes sense. Like New York wasn't it. It's like, but New York is surrounded by ocean. I don't know if you know this, but it's an island.
All you coastal people, if you want good skin, you better return home. No, I have felt that way too. I've gotten my skin to like an okay place, but
You have great
generally
skin.
I feel, thank you.
You're glowing.
Just gotta use the ring light and you feel better.
Lit from within? No, lit from the ring light.
Lit 100% from this fake LED light. I also, in my haunted cart, is the new book by Mina Stone. It's been just haunting me for a while. She did that book, Cooking for Artists.
Oh, yeah.
And I really love that book because it's the recipes are super simple. They're, for the most part, so affordable, and they're also great for dinner parties. It's just like, throw this together, it'll taste good.
That's the best.
Yeah, and they're very approachable. And she has a new one called Lemon, Love, and Olive Oil. And that's haunting my cart.
It's kind of cookbook season.
Yes. Actually, you posted an amazing story with soups. And I was like, do I need to get that Amy Chaplin book?
It's really good. I highly recommend it. I think you would really like it because it's vegetarian.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I don't know. There's just something so comforting about a cookbook. I love the New York Times cooking app, but I like to peruse as well.
It also does get you offline. And you're like, okay, I can be off the computer for an hour.
Exactly. I was going to say like 20 minutes, but yeah, totally an hour. That definitely.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. And then the last thing is I saw this on, actually, this dermatologist is haunting my cart. She recommended that for exfoliating your feet, all you need is a glycolic acid. And I saw that she had recommended the Ordinary Company's glycolic acid.
Is it the red one? That like scary vampire mask? Or is it just like a glycolic acid toner or something?
No, it's just a toning solution.
Oh, cool.
And she recommends putting it on your feet. So I think it's basically baby foot.
You were too scared to do baby foot.
Well, okay. But I think what this does is it's less scary than baby foot.
But I think the thing about this is a dermatologist told you to do it, which is honestly way more legit than like baby foot that comes from, it's a little sketchy baby
I just
foot.
didn't like the wraps and the plastic and it's a whole process that I was like, I'd rather put this on, put some weird socks on and go to bed.
Yeah, I respect that. Well, I want your DIY baby foot experience to be amazing.
You know, and the Ordinary Company, they have great prices. So you're like, okay, $10, this is fine. I will try it.
That would be a great product, like a sort of pseudo luxury product to make. The luxury version of baby foot. Because you're right, it is not.
Yes.
It's not a fun experience to put like a plastic bag on your foot.
No, and you have to keep it on for like an hour.
Yeah, so you're like walking around with these like slushy slippers. It's not sexy, and then your whole foot peels off, like all of the skin, and it's so disgusting, but also so satisfying.
But how long does that last? And don't you need some of those calluses?
Well, I think if you don't like moisturize your feet afterwards, then it probably doesn't last for very long. But, you know, that like first layer, it's kind of like skincare, right? Like that's what you're doing with your facial skin. You're exfoliating it and then you're putting like nutrients and minerals and, you know, minerals back into it to like keep it healthy. So I think it's like we got to do the same thing with our bodies. Like the soft services scrub, or we've talked about uric acid,
still thinking
urea, like those moisturizers, or even like a glycolic. I think Kosas has a glycolic or AHA, BHA body wash. It's really good for like KP and pimples and just dry skin. But if you're not moisturizing afterwards, then it's like not going to do much.
Yeah. Still stand by My Topical Slather Cream.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Nice. Wow. In the skincare era, I love it.
I am.
It's time. I feel like once or twice a year, I'm like, okay, I need a skincare reset, you know?
Well, what I liked about this is I just know how to use the products that I have that I've put away where I'm like, don't know what to do with that.
You're pretty to look at. Someone told me I needed you, but I don't know how to use you.
Exactly. And now I'm like, okay, it's your turn.
Who's your like new favorite? Your elf on the shelf that you're like, yes, slay the boots down.
I also have been more consistently rinsing my face with just Bioderm.
Wait, me too. I've been like, this is so good for my skin, not washing it. just
Yes.
just using the Bioderma.
Also, it works so well for me being lazy at the end of the night. I'm like, I don't want to wash my face. I just want to wipe it.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah. But I do need at least 2 times the number of little reusable cotton pads.
So yeah, they need to be in a constant rotation.
Exactly.
But they are fantastic.
Best purchase of my life.
We got some black ones, I think, from Talika.
Also smart.
Also, they're awesome because they're a little bit bigger and yeah, they're not like grungy.
But aren't you paranoid that they are not clean?
No, because I only use them once, so I throw them in the
That's
wash.
fair.
I'm not too, and I don't even do the laundry. Ethan does, so I know that they're clean.
I love that arrangement for you guys. That is ideal.
Good haunted card this week.
What the fuck is everyone doing with their receipts? Are you keeping them? Where are you putting them? Are you just throwing them out? Or what's happening?
Let's see. Oh, we do have one new review
We do.
from Hi Sop Honey. Smart and spooky. What a refreshing find. It's the 411, a brain massage, a smart girly's dream, all of the cool jams and the ghoul ones. If you love making informed and analyzed decisions about the things you're consuming, this podcast is for you. Michelle and Wallace make me giggle and boost my serotonin in the way they present their ideas. Seriously, the two of them are such smart and beautiful babes.
Oh my gosh!
Thank
Stop
you
it.
for this podcast. Hi, Sup Honey. We have a prize for you.
Oh, you know what? I think we gave away the Revel nail last week.
You're about to be dipped.
You're about to get duped.
Yeah. You're about to be dipping everyone in your household or that you can convince.
I can't wait to radicalize more people to dip nails. Welcome.
Seriously.
Welcome to the clan. Hyssop Honey. Make sure that you write into us at Good For You Pod on Instagram and let us know what your address is. And we'll send out your Revel nail kit and we can be nail twins. It's going to be great.
We love you.
Thank you so much.
And this week, for a lovely review, we are going to give away a multi-peptide lash and brow serum from The Ordinary. This product has over 2,500 ratings and it's supposed to be great. Also pretty cheap compared to every other brow serum out there.
Cool. Does it have prostaglandins in it?
Good question. Maybe not.
Good. Prostaglandins are what's in like Grande Lash and Latisse, and they can cause discoloration. And if you are pregnant or trying to get pregnant or nursing, you can't use it. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I don't see any here.
Hell yeah. That's dope. So the way to win this wonderful prize this week is to write us the funniest, sexiest, cutest review of all time. We will pick one winner next week and we'll let you know where you can write in to get your prize, to claim your prize.
Do write in. Let us know. We love you. Thank you for listening.
Have a great summer.
Don't change.
Or do. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Good For You is produced by yours truly, Wallace Miller Blanchard. Our theme song is by Parallel Dance Ensemble, and our wonderful editing is done by Softer Sound Studio, who you can find more information about at the link in our show notes.